Do you believe in fairy tales? You're probably all saying no. We don't believe in fairy tales. Real life is real life. But I want to take you down a journey of a certain fairy tale. The Cinderella one. Now, when I mention Cinderella, everybody immediately thinks of the fairy godmother and the prince. Those are not the main characters in that particular fairy tale. It started off. Cinderella was down on her luck. Her circumstances were less than ideal. She had a wicked stepmother and two ugly stepsisters who were treating her badly. She was sitting with the ashes. But the ashes didn't define Cinderella. They were merely her circumstances. And that's how your life is sometimes. Don't let your ashes define you. They're just your circumstances at that time. But what did Cinderella do? She made a decision to go to a ball where she was told she didn't belong. She didn't wait to be invited and begged to go. There was an invitation. You don't belong there, she was told. But she made a decision to make a dress to go to that ball. Well, we know that she made the dress, and with all her best endeavors, it didn't assist her at that stage because it was ripped apart and her dreams were dashed. Pretty much like real life, no? Just when we think we're getting somewhere, something comes along and changes our direction. Then you're going to say to me, well, here came the fairy godmother and made it all right. No. The fairy godmother did not make the dream. Cinderella had already made the decision to go to the ball. The fairy godmother came along and fulfilled and assisted her to go to the ball with the dress and the bells and the whistles. So I know you're asking, so where's my fairy godmother? Well, here's the thing. Your fairy godmother is right inside of you. If you dig deep and you've made a decision and you're committed, you will find the magic within yourself to make it possible for you to attend the ball, invited or not. Remember, the fairy godmother gave Cinderella a time limit. Can we ever forget? Midnight. On the strike of midnight, she would lose all the bells and whistles, the dress and everything else, and she had to leave. And she complied. She left at midnight. She left her glass slipper behind, but we'll come back to that. Let's first discuss the midnight. At midnight, Cinderella's dream, Cinderella's decision was halted in its tracks. So, where am I going now? Well, we all have midnights in our life. We all have a time when there's a massive curveball or something that comes in and it stops your dream right in its tracks. But here's something to think about. You're going to have many midnights in your life. But what comes after midnight? The next new day. So you can't just stop at midnight. You've got to think about what comes after it. New opportunities, new life, another chance. Let's go back to the slipper. So Cinderella left the slipper behind. The slipper was nothing more than evidence of the fact that she had been there. And you must leave your slipper behind at places where you have been. That's your identity. That's who you are. Leave it behind. You'll be surprised at who may notice it. But the interesting part about that slipper is the prince went in search of the person who wore it, because the prince believed that that person was worthy. And we know that after searching the kingdom, he eventually found Cinderella, and her foot slipped neatly into that glass slipper. It fitted only her. And that's significant. And I say to you today, we spend so much time trying to fit our feet into other people's shoes and slippers that we forget the fact that we have our own perfectly crafted pair where we can snugly fit and develop our lives. Think about it. When the prince met Cinderella and tried on that shoe, she wasn't there with all the bells and whistles. She was authentically herself. And that was good enough. That was good enough. So I'm saying to you, the authentic you is worthy of being at a ball, is worthy of making decisions, of excelling, of achieving, of being where you want to be. You've just got to believe in your own dream. You've got to believe in taking your own decision and not being defined by the ashes that you may find yourself in at any given time. So, at the end of the day, you may ask, do I believe in fairy tales? And the answers are yes. I believe that people can rise from their ashes. I believe that people can take decisions to improve themselves. I believe that people have magic within them to make those dreams a reality. I believe that everybody is entitled to go to the ball, whatever that may be in your life, and you don't necessarily need to wait for an invitation. I believe you need to take the step to be there, and wherever you go, leave your glass slipper behind as evidence of the fact that you were there and you chose to be there and you want to belong there. Find the magic inside of you. Be happy with the slippers that you've got and live your life according to the way you want to live it, without holding yourself back, without being stumped by midnights. Remember, after midnight is opportunity. It's been such a pleasure to share this pause with you today. Remember, your voice matters. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell for the next tea adjournment.